We give our guys credit. They fought real hard to get this win. Obviously, the injury by Malik made it a little tough. But we had guys step up no matter who we threw into the game. It's going to be hard to beat that team. That team's really good. And to lose the free throw battle 33-12, I don't understand it. They get calls that are touch fouls, and I asked the officials about it, and the officials say, yeah, they're touch fouls, and maybe I wouldn't have called that, but then we can't get the same call. And, as a coach, when your team is fighting, you just all you want is consistency, and 33-12 in a tight ball game. That's not consistency, so it makes it tough. Having said that, we gave ourselves a chance to win. We turned the ball over a little too many times in the second half. They're one of the best teams in the West, and if you're going to get beat at the free throw line 33-12, you got to be perfect in a lot of other areas. And so in the second half, we had 8 turnovers for 8 points, obviously, which is not good for a half. And then, we didn't get out and run as much as we did in the first half. I thought we put a lot of pressure on them in transition, and we didn't push the ball as well in the second half. But I tell you, you got to give it to them. We took some tough shots in the fourth quarter, especially down the stretch. And Dallas is such a veteran team. They're a veteran team. Their guys are very, very, very smart. They got a good feel for the game. They just kept attacking what they felt was a mismatch, or they just kept putting Domas in a ball screen. And, we're trying not to let Kyrie beat us. We're trying not to let Luka beat us. And at the end of the day, we're saying, hey, somebody else is going to have to beat us down the stretch. But they didn't panic. They just kept doing what they were doing. And as soon as we committed 2 to the ball, they just drove us and stretched the double team, and then got off the ball to the open man. And then when we rotated to open man, they just swung the ball to the next man. And they got wide open shots. And the way they played down the stretch, I applaud them because it was just a veteran team executing and taking what the defense gave them, and them just being patient, coming up, attacking the mismatch or attacking Domas, and we had to blitz so that those two guys wouldn't beat us. So their execution was at a high level down the stretch, and Exum finally hit a big 3. So I applaud our guys for the effort that they gave, and this one's tough to let slip away.
Mike, after Tuesday's game, you talked about the offense over the defense. What is the balance of the broad view of giving up 34 in the fourth quarter versus the stringing together 3 or 4 straight shots or stops with, I think, Exum missed shots, and then not being able to offensively execute to take advantage of those stops?
No, well, at the end of the day, we weren't going to allow Kyrie or Luka to beat us. I mean, they're 2 Hall of Fame players, and they showed up tonight. One's 11 for 16, the other's 6 for 14. So their 2 superstars went 17 for 30. So they were over 50%. Plus, they had 20 free throws between the 2 of them. So at the end of the day, you just don't want those 2 guys to beat you. But those 2 guys, man, they just got a great feel. They allow the double team to happen, or they allow the switch to happen, and they attack right away. And so now you got to come help. But they get off the ball so well. It's as soon as that double team comes, boom, they're getting off the ball. That guy either snap drives it, shoots it, or he swings it to the next open guy. And so I would give their offense more credit in that fourth